Welcome once again to Two Drunk Dorks.
Hello, and hello, Adam.
Hello, Walt.
Hello, Leslie.
Hi.
Today on Two Drunk Dorks, we're going to talk about Mando Season 3, and we're going to talk about three very distinct things. So the overall differences between Season 3 and the rest of the series. We're also going to talk about all of the cameos in Season 3. And then also we're going to talk about the story arc and how we feel about that and where it left off. While at the same time as drinking Long Road Polish Falcons.
Yay!
We love you.
Long Road.
We love you.
And we both finally had time to watch it, which is weird because like all we seem to do is shoot this stuff and edit this stuff lately. Because this is the show where we drink
And we know things.
And we know things. Thank you.
that.
All right, so Walt, let's start with the story arc.
After Mando 1 and 2, and then like season 2.5, The Book of Boba Fett,
Yeah.
I think I was expecting something a bit more grand, a bit more like grandiose. But I didn't really know where they were going, especially since all the other seasons, you know, they're going to be doing the Ahsoka and like they're the huge teasing for Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yep.
And I thought there'd be a little bit more about that, but I was still pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of cool things going on. Like they gave Bo-Katan was in the series, and they gave her like a really cool arc.
Yeah.
The whole are we doing spoilers? We have to do spoilers. We have to do
there's spoilers.
Spoilers.
Alert!
Yeah.
Spoilers! Alert!
Shot time. The retaking of Mandalorian. I wasn't expecting that, but actually it was pretty cool. Like it wasn't anything of what I was expecting, but I was very pleasantly surprised.
And I was too, but I'm gonna kind of qualify that, and I'm gonna say they took the emphasis very much off of Din Djarin and they put it onto Bo-Katan Kryze, and I ended up really liking that. But at first, I don't know if I did. I feel like, especially in like the Book of Boba Fett, when they brought in Mandalorian, that felt like a breath of fresh air. Like we all love Pedro Pascal. We all love the actor. We all love what he brings to Mandalorian, and you know, as
a sexy dad, he gives us hope as sexy dads.
Yeah.
A dilf?
Huh?
A dilf?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Continue.
What exactly does a DILF stand for, Leslie?
Well, I think in the similar vein of a MILF, the M is replaced with a D.
All right, so what are those initials stand for?
He's gonna make you say it. You're just...
I think that D stands for dad, I stands for I, D. L stands for life,
L stands for
like,
would like to.
would like to, and
What's the F
F stands for be friends with. Obviously.
DILF is a dad I'd like to be friends with. All right. So we saw a lot of changes from the Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 that was focused on Din Djarin and Grogu, shifting to the overall Mandalorian population. Obviously Bo-Katan, and I appreciated that. But I did feel a little bit like they weren't giving us what we wanted at certain times. I do really think it was cool how they gave Grogu some time to shine, which was kind of cool. You know, like Grogu being obviously a youngling in the Jedi arts, and he was at the temple, and that was a really cool backstory.
But yeah, that was in one of the episodes that actually showed that. Like,
Are we talking about the story arc?
Yeah.
They gave him some spotlight to like where he came from and why he was sort of there at the beginning.
I still want to know how he's attached to Yoda. Like, there's something there that they're not.
Also, where was he for like episode 4, 5, and 6?
Right.
But a lot of people disappeared, like Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And Ezra Bridger, and like they have all these characters and shit that they created that were not in A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi.
In their defense, all these story arcs hadn't been created yet. They hadn't been perceived. They hadn't been thought of. You know, so we're along on the ride of this like creation of this deeper story of Star Wars and all these different arcs. And now,
and for fuck's sake, please don't go back and re-edit episode 4, 5, and 6 and add those people in.
Right.
Just don't put them in the background. Just be like, oh yeah, that person was there. No, they weren't. We all know by now they weren't there.
What I want to say really quickly is that when we were young, in the mid '80s, we all wanted to know more about Boba Fett. This was the talk of the kids in the '80s. We were like, who is this character with this cool ass armor, this bounty hunter, this badass, and then he just gets freaking offed in the pit of
the Sarlacc pit.
The Sarlacc pit. We wanted to know more about Boba Fett, and we heard this little leak, this little idea that he was wearing Mandalorian warrior armor. This was just a tiny little idea.
Like you heard this when you were a child?
Oh yeah, mid '80s.
The word Mandalorian?
Yes.
As a child?
Plus,
Interesting.
I don't remember which one, but in Return of the Jedi, one of the cruisers was a Mandalorian cruiser.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a Mandalorian frigate.
Yep. And so we knew that there was some connection with Boba Fett, and the armor he was wearing was Mandalorian, but we had no idea what this was. And we didn't know if Boba Fett was a Mandalorian, or if he stole the armor, or what.
Or who the fuck, who he even was.
Yeah.
Like, who was this guy?
And he just got offed. And so the instigation and the creation of the Mandalorian series and telling us about the lore of this Mandalorian race and their planet Mandalore, it's so near and dear to the hearts of every real true Star Wars fan from the 80s that you can't ignore it. You can't help but watch it. So the story arc from season 3 is bringing us over to the creation and the lore, the real nitty gritty of the Mandalorian species, really. But what's weird to me, Walt, is that not all Mandalorians are born and raised on Mandalore and had taken the oath as kids. They could have been brought in as foundlings, which Din Djarin was, and obviously Grogu was. So it muddies the waters a little. Isn't that kind of strange? Like, what's your opinion of that?
Because I feel like before Mandalorian season 1, 2, and 3, they kind of set it up that like anyone could be a Mandalorian as long as they like, this is the way. This
Took the oath.
Follow the way.
Yep.
We did get a little bit of the history of Mandalore, the planet, and the fall of Mandalore, and why the Empire hated them so much. Which is why Dave Filoni is one of the producers and creative forces behind the Mandalorian season. It's because when he did the Clone Wars cartoon series back years ago, a lot of the stuff, like the characters like Bo-Katan, were introduced in that cartoon series. We've only seen like the armorer and her faction of the ones who never, ever remove
take
their helmets.
helmet off. Yeah. Which is kind of silly to me. Like, there's a couple of things that they put into place for the lore of Mandalorians that's kind of reaching for me. I don't know. You know, you're always in your armor. You always have your helmet on. Like, are you, like, seriously, you're going to get bed sores and that shit. You're not going to, like, you got to take that stuff off.
Do you ever take a bath, a shower, anything?
Exactly. Like, you're going to eat.
But in the future, like in no way in any Star Wars thing, if anyone, other than a BAFTA tank, I've never seen anyone take a bath, wash their face, brush their teeth. So I guess I'm just assuming in the Star Wars universe, you wake up in the morning, there's like a little pill you take.
It kind of explains a lot.
You're clean, yeah. Because they weren't.
All I have to say about that is. Leslie, what are we doing for shot time today?
Well, it's funny you ask, Adam.
Oh, no.
Because I have this bucket of choices.
The bucket of poor choices.
Dun, 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 dun,
dun. Dun 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 dun
Dun dun dun dun. All right, I'm gonna pick for Walt.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh god. Is
No,
it
Walt pick for Adam.
No, it's not.
Leslie's off the hook.
No, I'll pick for you. You pick for Adam.
No!
Oh, you got a pineapple one.
This is Leslie's.
Adam. Bird Dog Peach. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, I got a pineapple one. Hooray!
Yeah, you got Amsterdam pineapple.
Am I having this over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's okay.
We better.
I got Bird Dog Peach. Show yours.
New Amsterdam pineapple. Woo!
Okay.
I have 99 proof pineapples.
Oh, let's.
How's yours proof-wise compared to me?
Yours
70.
is like rubbing alcohol with like they rubbed pineapple over the top.
Oh, great.
Oh, Leslie, you're screwed. Leslie's done for.
We knew that.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Aaron,
Cheers,
We're so drunk and we're
I hate
my
this
Mando
day.
brothers and sisters.
You know, it kind of tastes like a stack of those pineapple lifesavers.
yeah.
If you just like shove them in your mouth where your jaw can't close.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck.
And we're back after that.
Oh.
The cameras died, so we actually had to do shot time twice. So
Why
we're
did that
doubly screwed.
Why you guys?
What? Is that even English?
I said,
right,
didn't
so-
that happen twice, you guys?
All right. Well, what
I'm out
did
of
you
Pocky.
like? What? Huh?
I'm out of Pocky.
Oh, here.
No, she's got a whole bag there. She just wanted to open them.
Oh.
There's a whole bag hidden
All right.
behind off camera.
Well, what did you see as the major difference between season 1 and 2 Mandalorian and season 3 that you?
I don't know
liked?
if it's something that I saw per se, but it did have a really weird feeling. Like episode or series 1 and 2 were very sort of like an adventure,
Easy.
and they had that sort of like the Western feel. Like he's going to new places and seeing new things.
Yeah.
And the one thing, okay, I did like season 3, but I do feel like they were just using season 3 as a stepping stone to get to all the new seasons, to get to like Ahsoka, so they can do the huge new arc of the General Thrawn stuff.
Okay. I thought season 1 of Mandalorian was reinvigoration of everything Star Wars to me. Jon Favreau, a true Star Wars fan.
Do you
Dave
say
Filoni.
Favreau?
Yeah.
Or is it Favreau?
Yeah, whatever. But
Well, I don't know.
no, I don't know either.
I've heard
only he
Favreau.
knows.
Favreau.
John, comment in the bathroom wall. Let us
John,
know.
how do you say your last name,
Yeah.
babe?
Let us know how you say
He's
it.
a shit.
But what
You
I'm
gotta
saying
learn.
is, these guys reinvigorated Star Wars lore and Star Wars storytelling for me, and season 3 kind of shit all over it.
Wait, you said season 1. Does that include season 2? Did
Yeah,
you like season 2?
yeah. Season 2 was good too, but season 1 was like the meat.
Why
Season-
did you say it? Season 3 shit on it though.
Because I just didn't feel it. Season 3 gave me none of the vibes that season 1 and 2 did. Season 1 and 2 just took it in places that made me, as a Star Wars fan, as a die-hard, lifelong Star Wars fan, felt. And season 3 was just like kind of pandering, sort of fanfare. Like Jack. Oh no, we'll go into that.
Yeah,
we're gonna go into cameos. Like
Put a pin in that.
I don't feel at all the same way for season 3 that I did for 1 and 2.
I do feel like season 3 was more about Bo-Katan.
And that's fine. That wouldn't be my problem. But it's more. It's the acting suffered, the dialogue suffered, the situations. It just wasn't even close to as adventurous and exciting and well done.
Do you feel that Pedro? I kind of got the feeling he's just kind of like
It was
over.
lackluster.
Like he was over. He's over, man.
Totally. I think he's over it, and I think he was just going through the motions.
That's
Either that-
sad.
Yeah.
That's really fucking sad.
Either that, or he was
It's really
being-
sad because you know when you're getting like $1 million plus a paycheck per episode.
Just try a little.
Yeah.
Just try.
And now what I was going to say is either that or he was being directed to be this way.
Or maybe he was having a mental health crisis that we don't know.
All right.
But
now,
that all aside, let's bring it all back. Bring
Yep.
it all back.
bring it all back. Let's talk, Walt, about the cameos that we've seen in this 3rd episode of Mandalorian.
Well,
this 3rd season.
in our bit of pre-production before we shot this episode, you were talking about like the cameos, but like the Mando season 1 and 2 had tons of cameos.
I know, but they weren't as blatant. And they
I
weren't
mean,
as jarring.
season 1 and 2 had Bill Burr as a stormtrooper
I
sharpshooter.
know, but he had a freaking...
No, he
mask
didn't. He didn't have a mask on. Both episodes he was in, he was maskless. And they had the one Twal character who was Tonks from the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, like her.
She was in it.
But there's things you can accept, and there's things that go a little too far.
Yeah.
Too far. So I agree with you, Walt, that all the episodes have always had cameos, but there are things that are a little less blatant.
Yeah.
And you can't put Jack Black in a Star Wars.
And Lizzo, who is that chick?
Lizzo. You can't. And Doc Brown, guys.
Because Christopher Lloyd is the original Mandalorian.
No. Okay, listen.
A man in the DeLorean is also a Mandalorian.
Do you know? Okay, John, I'm speaking specifically to you. You know that when George Lucas cast the first episode of Star Wars, Episode 4, he wanted to cast unknown actors for the reasons of creating fantasy, creating that ideal, like that these people aren't things we would associate with anything other than Star Wars. And when you put Jack Black, who's been in so many different roles, there's no fantasy there. You get grounded in this like immediate reality.
I feel like every time Jack Black was on the screen, like Din Djarin and Bo-Katan were just kind of like, Jack Black.
Yeah, it's Jack Black. How about Christopher Lloyd when they go down? It's Doc Brown.
Dude looks so fucking old.
Guys,
I don't even think he could stand up.
I appreciate the inclusion of these other actors that we do actually like, but Star Wars is Star Wars.
If you're going to give somebody a cameo, make it a hidden cameo like Daniel Craig as the stormtrooper who is like interrogating Rey, right?
Yep.
We should give her like our heartfelt, deep down ratings.
So,
go.
Mandalorian Season 3 is what we're rating, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Not overall. Mandalorian Season 3.
Not like the state of Star Wars.
Level.
Yeah, just Season 3.
Season 3 Mandalorian, I'm going to give a 5.
Wow. Why?
Because it was watchable, but it was ridiculous. And the acting suffered. The dialogue was a little weak. Actually very weak. The dialogue was real weak.
So you're true neutral on this series.
Neutral? Yeah.
True neutral, like 5, like true neutral.
Take it or leave it. I can watch it. I can be entertained.
Huh.
But I'm not... Season 1, I would give a 9.5. Season 1 was just... Brought me back, man. Brought me back to Star Wars. Season 3, 5.
Man, since we're doing the ratings, can I ask you a couple questions of the things you thought? Because we haven't actually talked about this. We decided to just like shoot this. This is all off the cuff.
Yeah.
The drinking's planned because we like to drink.
Yeah.
What did you think about them bringing back Moff Gideon?
He should have died. Fuck him. I hate him. Why bring back another character? Why bring back Emperor Sidious? Why bring back Moff Gideon? It's stupid.
What did you think about the Dark Troopers all having Mandalorian armor?
No, you guys, you are watering down an idea that should be so sacred. No one can forge Beskar but Mandalorians. Why in the world is Moff Gideon and his army of douchebags?
Oh, right, because the forges weren't even on.
No, you can't forge
Mandalorian.
You can't forge Beskar. Oh, I have this black Beskar armor. Guys,
do you feel like even in season 1 and 2, I kind of feel this way, like they sort of made the armor kind of like she was like really about the watch, but I also felt like there was something more sinister about her.
I didn't feel that.
Okay.
But I'm not saying it's not possible, but I just didn't really feel it.
I just thought it was interesting that like the title of the episode was Spies. Right, there was only one spy.
Yeah, I get you, but I'm not sure what my opinion there is. But what was your rating of season 3?
Well, I was definitely entertained because I actually binged that in a day. Watching it back to back was fine. It was fun. It did feel a little flat. Like it felt like it was missing something.
Missing heart.
The two cameos of Jack Black and Christopher Lloyd, that was
tacked on.
It was just like too like in your face. Here's
Jack
Christopher Lloyd. Here's
Black.
Jack Black. Yeah.
'Cause-
Honestly, if Jon Favreau comments on our episode, we will take a picture of it and fucking frame it and put a Jon Favreau comment.
We'll put it on our set.
Okay, as Mando season 3, I would give this probably 6.5.
Okay.
6.5. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
so you're not bad.
Now, if this was a Bo-Katan series, I would give it a fucking 9. Bo-Katan's character arc in this was way better than Din Djarin had nothing to do. He was just like
Hanging.
it's like, hey, he's the Mando.
Well, when those force field barriers, and he went and beat the
hallway
shit.
battle,
That was
hallway
cool.
battle scenes.
That was cool.
Let's have a hallway with people you can
Yeah.
fight in. Yeah,
That was sweet.
and
So
R5
I liked
R5 was from the
up
original
on the
trilogies.
surface. Yeah, R5 was actually from episode 4.
Yep.
This droid's got a bad motivator. Look. And it's like, what are you trying to push on us?
Okay, so I enjoyed it. I was entertained. I would probably give it like a 6.5, 7.
John and Dave won us over season 1 Mandalorian. And that was the first thing that we've ever really since Disney has taken Star Wars over, have been able to rally behind and actually support. So you need to put your energy back into those.
And this is also one of our lowest rated things we've ever rated.
I know. I hate to give it a 5. I do. But
that's the way the things go.
it's the way these things go. Oh, and you know what? Put your energy into Ahsoka.
Yes.
Yep. So thank you for joining us for this short assessment of Mandalorian season 3. And like and subscribe. Help us grow the channel.
Let us know what you think down below.
Yeah.
Or email us. Let us know. I mean,
Yeah. Put your rating on the bathroom wall.
if you hated the series entirely, or if you like this one the best, or any of these things,
If you
please
think we're just full of shit.
challenge us. We'd love to be challenged.
And then go buy some Long Road.
Go to Long
Polish
Road.
Falcons.
Hooray, Long Road.
Cheers.
And cheers. We are Two Drunk Dorks. It's the show where we
Drink.
and we
No
things.
Cheers.
I felt that was a really negative, but I guess everything can't be like 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Leslie, the producer of Two Drunk Dorks. I'm here to tell you to drink responsibly. These guys are here for entertainment purposes only. Please practice responsibility in your life. Drink in moderation.